spin that back. This is Rick.
I'm Eric.
And this is our review of Spy, the new comedy flick written and directed by Paul Feig.
And starring Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, Rose Byrne, Jude Law, and who else? There's a lot of people.
Paul Feig is a great comedy director. Freaks and Geeks.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, it's a great show. Directed a bunch of episodes of The Office.
Co-wrote a bunch of movies.
Bridesmaids, of course.
Yeah, Bridesmaids is a big one.
So this is her. She plays, what was her name? Susan Cooper? Was that her name?
Yeah, Cooper.
I think. She's sort of, I guess, like Chloe. She's
For
like
24?
Yeah, so yeah, Jude Law plays.
For Jude Law.
Yeah, Jude Law is like a James Bondish kind of secret agent, kind of like what Chloe was to Jack Bauer. If you guys ever saw 24, she's sort of his intel computer hacker or whatever. Through the sort of twists and turns, she goes from working behind the desk to becoming a field agent and taking on this mission. And it all just sort of goes from there. Not a crazy plot, but I mean...
No, I mean, we've seen this shit before. There's a twist that happened, but I mean, you see them coming. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, this is basically like James Bond or like any type of like spy, like thriller movie, and they kind of just put it all together with Melissa McCarthy starring in it.
So what'd you think overall of the movie?
I thought it was funny. I actually liked that they didn't rely on her doing stupid shit. Her just like falling down or like doing dumb shit. They wrote her character a lot better. They just kind of let her be more natural. Because it was actually rated R, so it was very vulgar.
It was a lot more vulgar than I expected it to be.
Yeah, but it was funny. I think her doing that as opposed to her where she falls down. I mean, yeah, it's funny. It's getting a little old now, but I like that they kind of stayed away from that a little more in this one. And what about Jason Statham?
There wasn't nearly enough Jason Statham in the movie. Like the way they built it up, like I thought he was gonna be like a bigger part of the movie, and like he was like hardly even in it. I thought, and he was really funny. So it just kind of like, man, like I just wish they would have utilized him a little bit better in the movie. I mean, I thought the movie was okay. Tried a little too hard on some of the jokes.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes kind of went on a little too long, I thought. It was just kind of like, okay, you could move on. Could have trimmed a little bit of the fat.
Yeah, I felt like it was a little too lengthy.
Yeah, they could have trimmed a little bit of the fat. Maybe cut it down another, 15-20 minutes maybe. I thought Jason Statham was gonna be in it more.
Rose Byrne was
and I thought Rose Byrne was gonna be in it less, and she had like a huge part in the movie.
And she talked shit too, man.
Yeah, but still pretty funny though. Like
she's funny. Some of the actresses were actually pretty good. I mean, I know they had some stunt doubles because I know Melissa McCarthy was able to do a bunch of that fighting scenes. But she's chasing guys down the street and shit, and I'm like, that shit don't make sense because there's like a whole scene where she chases this guy, and I'm like, there's no way that she can keep up with him.
They're like running through the streets of Paris. There's no way she's keeping up with this guy.
There were a bunch of plot holes, but I mean, you just tend to ignore.
Yeah,
it's a comedy. I mean, it doesn't focus too much on the story.
I mean, overall, I mean, it's okay.
You like Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, I mean, she's great. Like, I've got nothing against her. She's great, but I think I went in with higher expectations just because of the early sort of buzz on the movie.
I mean, overall, like Melissa McCarthy, she carried the entire movie. It's her movie. She's the star of the movie. I think she did a good job. There's like this fight scene in the kitchen. That scene was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But overall, I mean, it's nothing special. Taking the spy movie that we've seen before, and they're just throwing Melissa McCarthy in it. Nothing groundbreaking. I thought they wrote her character pretty well. I'm sure a lot of that they just kind of let her, go along with it, and she was good in it.
Or she fights the guy in the. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it because
there's a funny fight scene towards the beginning.
With comedies, it's kind of tough, but you tend to see. In the trailer, you'll see all the really funny jokes that you kind of wish you didn't know.
Yeah, there was a bunch of that shit
where you're like, I already know the joke that's coming. So that's sort of like that's sort of the double-edged sword that you get with comedy trailers. It was alright overall. Like he said, nothing too crazy, nothing groundbreaking, nothing we haven't seen before. Paul Feig's a great director. I mean, he gets the job done. Melissa McCarthy's great.
Rose Byrne was good in it too.
Yeah,
it could have used more Jason Statham though.
Yeah, that was the thing. Because I had heard that he was really funny, and he is really funny in the movie. Yeah. I just wish he was a little bit.
Him and Melissa McCarthy played very well off of each other. Some of the best scenes in the film were between them two. Kind of wish that they would have maybe incorporated his character in a little more in the action, He does have some fighting scenes. I mean, he always does, but I just kind of wish that they would have brought him in a little more.
I think that was my biggest gripe is that it came to the end and I was like, really? That's it? I really wanted to see more of the Jason Statham in it, but oh well. I'll catch it and stream it on Netflix if you see it pop up, so I'll give it
To that I say, all right, all right, all right.
I think it was a little, because it was like at a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes. I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be like a clean ass movie, and it was good. I guess me too. Like I expected it to be like a lot better. I mean, it was still. I thought it was still good. Melissa McCarthy's good in it. Overall, like I think it was.
To that I say, all right, all right, all right.
So let us know what you think if you guys saw Spy. What your thoughts were, likes, dislikes. If you like our video, hit the thumbs up button. Comment, share, subscribe, and then also follow us on all the social media outlets. We got the links
Down below.
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, so follow us there, and we'll definitely be having more content coming up for you guys. Stick with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.